What is up, YouTube? HopeLessTier here. I just want to talk to you guys about a new booster series that's coming out next month, actually, early on in March, I think May 15th, which is Cross Souls. I'm just going to talk to you about my top 5 cards of this set. Cards that are going to be good effect wise as well as value wise, so if you want to do some trading, this is a TCG after all, trading card game. And I also want to let you know that this is the first video of my channel where I'm hoping to provide you guys Yu-Gi-Oh tips, insight to get competitive in the game, also just to be a good trader and not just, giving away cards that are not, not for the right value. The whole community, try to be part of the community rather than just stand by and just watch other people play. I want you guys to play. So I'm going to be doing this with me and my brother. We'll have some dueling network stuff up. We'll have some deck profiles for regional winning decks. We're going to have some tips for beating decks, metaing decks, how to defeat inside for necros or tellers or even like Kleeports. So that's the goal of this channel. But let's start with our top 5. Oh, also, I'm also going to give you some tips for if you're going to a sneak peek for this event, and what you can do to prepare yourself for it. But let's just get started. Alright, so the first card on my list. Also, yeah, if you guys want to know how to how to find research about new sets, just go to Yu-Gi-Oh Wikia. It's actually one of the best sites for a resource for this stuff. You just go to the site, you go down, and you'll see down here there's like a bunch of regions where the booster set's coming out for. Go to Japanese, and you'll see that all the cards are already listed in the Japanese set. But just remember that the rarities vary because they do change when they come to the American set. For example, if we're going to look at this one right here, Zifra Fuzi, Treasure of the Yangzing, I just destroyed that name. They have a super rare and a secret rare, so it depends. When it comes to America, it might be the super or it might be the secret. So, yeah, those are just stuff to know, but let's get on. The first card that I'm going to acknowledge is going to be Galaxy Cyclone. This is a very obvious one. Let's just read the effect. Target one set, spell, or trap card on the field, destroy it. So this is already pretty much MST. Unfortunately, it's not quick play, so it's not as good. But here's the main one. During your main phase, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up spell or trap card on the field, destroy it. You can only use the effect of Galaxy Cyclone once per turn. At first, it kind of looks like this is bad because you're like, you can only do it on your main phase. But when you think about it, it's a scare tactic. You use it on your turn to destroy said card in the field, which is going to be a 1-for-1. But there's a scare tactic in your graveyard. You can remove it to destroy pretty much pendulum monsters or continuous spell trap cards on the field. And it is going to cause your opponents to start guessing and thinking, should I summon this pendulum monster for its pendulum effect, even with Galaxy Cyclone in your graveyard. So it's a very good scare tactic. I think this is more going to be like a side card deck. I mean, card for your side deck. But it's still going to be highly valued. And I think it's going to be a super rare instead of a secret rare. Like if you look at the list, it tells you that Galaxy Cyclone, which is I think number 62, can be either super or secret rare. I think it's going to be super rare because a card like this, which is going to be a side deck card, shouldn't be valued too high, so that's why it wouldn't be a secret. But let's move on to the second card of this, which is going to be second important card of this set, which is going to be Necros of Sophia. Woo. Now we know Necros is one of the top tier decks right now. All their, main ritual cards are secret rares pretty much, so it's safe to assume this is going to be a secret rare as well. But is it going to be like a main card for the deck? And let's read the effect and see if it will be, if it's good. So you can ritual summon this card with any Necros ritual spell card. It must be ritual summoned from your hand using 3 monsters you control with different types and cannot be special summoned by any other way. So now you're thinking 3 monsters of different types, man, that's hard. So this card would be monstrous in a Necros deck if that's easy to pull off. So if you can pull that off in your deck, this is a great card to main. But here's why it's going to be a great card. Because of this effect right here, which all Necros have. During either player's main phase 1, you can discard this card and a Necro spell card, and your opponent cannot special summon from the extra card for that phase. So you don't even need to summon him. You can just have it in your hand to negate a special summon. So if they're XZ summoning, they already paid the cost by overlaying, and then you activate this effect from your hand by discarding it in a Necro spell card, and you just stop special summons for that turn. That's crazy. I feel like this is going to make this set. This is going to be the card everyone's going to be looking for in the set. Keep your eyes out for this in the sneak peek if you do go. Do not just give it away if people are saying it's bad, because, oh my god, it's too hard to summon it. Right? But, rulings are going to come out, so, once the rulings are there, you'll know for sure if this card's going to be good. But read the effect if you can summon it. When this is summoned, you can banish all other cards on the field and in the graveyard. And obviously you can't normal summon any other monsters this turn, but 3600 attack, you can go for game with this. You can push for game with this. Man, this is a JD for Necros. We'll see how this goes. I feel like it's going to be very expensive. Third card is going to be Yugioh. This is an obvious one. I think everyone knows this one's going to be great. This is going to be if this is a secret rare in the set, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be close to $100. If it's a super rare, maybe $40, $30. But this is going to be a staple. A lot of people are going to be looking for this because it is a scare tactic for sure. For two reasons. The first reason is when it's in your hand, it's pretty much kind of a veiler for especially pendulum monsters, where you can just activate it and just negate their effect and destroy the monster when it's that continuous spell card as a pendulum effect, or even if when it's using its normal effect. So continuous effect monsters are also in trouble. Most XZs are in trouble because of this. Now, why it's the second reason it's good is because you can activate this effect when it's on the field. So if you have a setup already, just summon this guy. He's a tuner. Just summon it. This girl. Sorry, it's not a guy. It's a girl. Summon this girl, and your opponent has to find a way to get rid of it, because you can automatically just send it to destroy whatever combo they're trying to pull off. Any continuous effect. So, this is why this card is good. Because it's intimidation factor. Just summon it, or just keep it in your hand. Pretty much a veiler. Not as good because it doesn't negate the effect, but pretty much a veiler. Now, the fourth card, this is the obvious one. This one, you're going to know. Everyone's going to know. Clear Winged Synchro Dragon. This is the card of the set. It's on the cover. So you pretty much guarantee this is going to be an Ultra, Ultimate, and a Secret. And even a Ghost Rare. For sure a Ghost Rare. What am I saying? You look at this set. If you just look back on the list, go find Clear Winged Synchro Dragon, which is right here. Holographic Rare. That is pretty much Ghost Rare. This is just going to be expensive because it's the card of the set, but also it has a really decent effect. It's almost like a Stardust Dragon was back in 4 years ago format, where it's just you want to summon it because it's just kind of good. So this card pretty much when it is summoned, it can just negate the effect of any level 5 or higher monster on the field, and you destroy it. It also has a secondary effect of you can negate the effect of a monster that targets a level 1 or 5 higher monster. That's not going to be as relevant. It might not happen a lot. It's going to be definitely anti for a lot of decks, if you know any decks that are doing that. But the main one is that first effect. You're going to be able to stop a lot of ritual monsters, a lot of synchro monsters, a lot of fusion monsters, just a lot of monsters with that effect. Now, the second effect is whatever, it's useful. It gains the attack of the monster you destroy until the end of the turn. It's pretty cool, but this is the card to look out for. If you get this card, you should know already. Just hold on to it. Or if someone gives you a good offer for it, just take it. Probably going to be $15 for the Ultra, maybe $20 for the Ultimate. Ghost Rare is definitely going to be $30. It's a Ghost Rare. Everyone's collecting Ghost Rares. At least when I used to collect them. Now, the final card of the set is also an interesting one. It can either be one of the greatest cards in the set or useless. We'll see. So this is going to be Cyber Dragon Infinity. So, alright, let's just read the effect because it's a pretty long effect. So it requires 3 level 6 light machine type monsters. Yeah, that's pretty hard. But you can also XZ summon this card by using a Cyber Dragon Nova you control. So this is pretty much like a Utopia Ray for a Cyber Dragon Nova. Utopia Ray is pretty much a card that you can just overlay on top of a Utopia instead of actually summoning by overlaying 2 level 4 monsters. So here's Cyber Dragon Nova. This is actually it's a main card for Cyber Dragon decks. So a Cyber Dragon deck can easily summon Cyber Dragon Infinity by overlaying over a Cyber Dragon Nova. So if you are versing a Cyber Dragon deck, side a Cyber Dragon Infinity, especially since if you're using Snatch Steal or something like that, just take it, overlay over it, and it becomes your monster, and it becomes a boss effect. Now let's read the effect. This card gains 200 attack for every XE material monster attached to it. So when you overlay to a Cyber Dragon Nova, you do get all the material of the Nova, but this card gains 200 attack for each XE material attached to it. That's pretty good. But once per turn, you can target one other face-up attack precision monster on the field. So even your side or your opponent's side, attach it to this card as a face-up XE monster. And so that's already sick, because you can take one of your opponent's monster and just use it as a material, right? Because it does say on the field. Now, this is the boss effect. During either player's turn, when a card effect is activated, that's effect, magic, or trap, you can detach one XE material monster from this and negate the activation and destroy it. Oh my god. This card is, if this card is easy to summon in a Cyber Dragon deck, Cyber Dragons are going to be coming back. Because this is pretty much Stardust Assault mode, if you remember that card from back in the days, where you can just negate everything. You can just negate everything. And the cost is removing material. You're going to get a lot of materials from this when you take your opponent's monster and when you overlay over a Cyber Dragon Nova. Or if you normal summon it with 3 level 6 monsters, you have that's 3 negations right there. So, you know, gone on long enough. These are the 5 cards I'm saying you should look out for. They're all going to most likely be secrets or super rares. The ultras are okay. There are also other cards that are like honorable mentions that you should obviously just hold on to. One of them is definitely going to be this card right here, Jar Avarice. People are going to look for that because, you know, Pot of Avarice is obviously banned now. So people are going to be using this to, like, you know, recycle, you know, the ritual monsters and Necros decks or anything like that. It's going to be a good card. It's going to be probably the best rare. There's also this card right here, Super Heavy Samurai Spirit. Let's check it out. This is going to be probably the main engine for a Super Heavy Samurai deck, and it's probably going to be a secret rare, so it's probably going to be expensive for those decks that are going to be using it. So maybe you want to hold on to it until the deck is being made, and you might be able to make some money off this, or even make your own deck off this instead of buying it off someone else. But yeah, this set's going to be good. Sneak peek advice: if you're going to sneak peek for this event, I recommend you research all the cards of this set. Just go onto Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki and research all the cards. Look at them. Think what you want, what you think is going to be good. And when you go into that event, make sure you don't get hustled. Don't get hustled. Don't let people tell you that, oh, that card's not good. Just, you know, make your own judgments. And if people are selling their booster packs, because it is fairly cheap for sneak peek events, if they're selling their booster pack, buy it. Because you're getting these cards before the set comes out. If you get as much booster packs as you can wheel in so much trade value, because not a lot of people know what these cards are valued at. People won't know. So get as much boost packs as you can. Hold on to these cards, and when they get valued high, you know, get ready to trade them. But that's all I can say for now. You know, get ready for this set. It's coming out next month. Useful cards. I'm getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Now with my brother. I'm going to be going to a sneak peek. Hopefully, if it's in my hometown, my local Hobby League store, I want to go. I'm probably going to open up packs for this when it does come out on YouTube. So for all you viewers out there, you know, that 1-2 viewers there, respect to you guys. Get ready for that, and hopefully get some nice pulls. This is my first video of, oh my god, here's a, I updated my security essentials, and I'm getting some stupid stuff from it. But don't worry about that. But yeah, you know, let me know in the comments if you're going to a sneak peek event and what cards you're looking for. Tell me your top 5 cards. And I'll see you later. Peace easy, guys.